Morning guys, good afternoon, good night, depending on when you're seeing this video. Welcome back to another video, welcome back to another reasoning, welcome back to another vlog. In today's video, I will be sharing with you guys some tips to survive in the cold winter months in Canada. If you're a new immigrant to Canada, this video is going to be especially helpful for you because I can remember my first winter. There was a lot of things that caught me off guard. So if you're interested to learn more about surviving in the winter time in Canada, be sure to sit back, relax, subscribe to this channel, smash a like, and be in the comment section. It is now negative 30 degrees outside the last time I checked, and I'm going to start off by showing you what my morning routine is like, and then we go into the conversation. Alright guys, the first thing I usually do is to make sure that I am fully dressed for the weather. So today I am wearing my toque. It looks pretty flimsy, but it's pretty warm actually. I'm wearing the thickest jacket I have in my closet, and I'm wearing a pullover underneath, and I'm wearing a shirt underneath that. Right down below, I'm wearing this thick sweatpants. Underneath this, I have on a long johns. I won't bother to show you guys, but there's a long johns somewhere under there. And then on my feet, I'm wearing the thick winter boots as well as insulated socks, right? I'm not wearing gloves right now because I'm just running outside to start the car, which is what I usually do first thing in the morning when I'm going out, right? So yeah, let's go and start the car. As you guys can see, it was in the garage, so it's not gonna be that cold, but I still like to warm it so everybody can be comfortable. Nobody likes to sit in a cold car. Okay, now that I've started the car and the car is running, what I like to do is to just inspect the car to make sure that the tires are still good, because sometimes when the temperature drops, it causes the tires to be deflated. So you want to make sure that your tires are still good, your tires are still okay. And if you're new to Canada, this is something that you need to do because your tires are at a greater risk throughout the colder weather, right? So let's go and inspect the car. So as I mentioned, I was in the garage, so my glass, my windscreen, whatever you call it, is not gonna be overly icy because it wasn't that cold in the garage. But what I'm checking is really my tires. And this is a need, guys. You want to make sure that you're doing these things. Take the time. In the winter time, getting dressed, getting ready to leave out your house takes a lot longer than in the summertime. Don't rush it. If you rush it, it might definitely cost you. This one looks like it could take a little bit of year, but I'll just confirm on the VW app and see what my tire is looking like. The other thing that I would suggest you do, and the other thing that I usually do, is to make sure that my sump pump is still okay. And your sump pump is really what pumps the water out your and that prevents your basement from being frozen. So of course, when the snow melts, it melts into the sump pump, and then that hose right there is what leads it outside, right? So that is at risk of being frozen, which oftentimes cause a lot of person's basement to be flooded, especially in the winter months when it's really cold. So what I did to mitigate that was to get an E-tape. So that orange light that you see at the base of the pipe is really my E-tape that I run along the side of my hose. So if you can see, my hose is not covered in any snow because it's heated. So as soon as snow drops on it, it melts. So hopefully that allow me to survive through the winter. Just to compare it with my neighbor's hose, you can see my neighbor tip of his hose is fully covered in snow, while mine is not covered in snow. So far so good. I'm hoping that as the weather get colder, nothing changes. Now this right here is my thermostat. If you can look, you see the temperature is set at 21 degrees. This is what the temperature is inside right now. I mean, this is also a little bit too high, but this is the average that I suggest that you set it, because the higher you set your temperature, also the higher your power bill will also be. So my suggestion would also be to just warm inside your house. Make sure that you're wearing a sweater, you're wearing a pajama, you're wearing your socks, so forth, so on, to kind of save yourself on some power bill, right? Okay, the other thing I want to show you guys is this thing right here. Now this thing is in my basement. If you guys don't know, my basement is unfinished at the moment. Something that we want to complete in 2025. So if you guys are watching this video right now, please support us by hitting that subscribe button, like button, and leaving your comments. And if you want to support us further, we have a GoFundMe link in our video descriptions. So this is a furnace. This is what keeps your home warm throughout the winter time. You want to make sure that this is running at all times to prevent everything from getting frozen, including yourself. So you want to make sure that you check on this periodically throughout the winter time, and also make sure that you're changing out the filter. So these are what the filter is like. I probably should check the one there now. I haven't changed that in a couple months, but you want to make sure that you're changing the filters periodically every 3 months or so throughout the winter time, to make sure that your furnace is running optimally. And this beside the furnace is really just your water tank, your water heat, right? This is what keeps your water warm, gives you hot water. And this is also a need because you don't want to be bathing with cold water in the winter time. Also guys, I've showed you guys what the sump pump hose looks like, but this is what the actual catchment, sump pump catchment looks like. So those two hoses is because there's two pumps inside this that pumps the water outside. Now, I know in Jamaica this would look like what we call a pit, but this is not a pit. The water that's inside of this is really the water that melts. So the snow and everything run off into the catchment and then it's pumped out. So this is not wastewater. This is not water from sewer or anything of the sort. This is just your sump pump catchment. So this is what it looks like in your basement. So if this is not working optimally throughout the winter time, and your hose is outside frozen, your lines are frozen, the water get backs up in this catchment right here, and then that is what caused a lot of persons' basement to be flooded. So when you see persons say, hey, my basement is flooded in the winter time, oftentimes this is the reason, this is the cause. And that is one of the things that I actually miss about living in an apartment, because in an apartment I didn't have to worry about any of those things, but having your own home, very likely that you're gonna have to worry about these things if you're living in a cold country like Canada. If you have kids, then this is more likely what your kid is gonna look like in the winter time. Show me your mittens. Okay, definitely you're gonna make sure that they need mittens. Show me your toque. Okay, you're gonna make sure that they have toque to cover their head, but most importantly also try to get something to cover their neck, because that is also very important. Now, Malia here, she has on her winter jacket. Show me her winter jacket. Good job. She has on her snow pants, which keeps her warm. Show me her snow pants. Good job. Underneath her snow pants, she has on a sweatpants that is also warm to keep her insulated. And then she has on her boots. Show me her boots. Good job. Lift it up, let me see. Okay, you want to make sure that you're getting the thick winter boots to keep them warm, and then inside of those winter boots get some socks as well. And that is how more likely your kids are going to be dressed throughout the winter time to keep them warm. And full disclaimer, if you're living in Alberta, they take them outside for PE and stuff like that, recess, up to negative 25 degrees. So if it's up to negative 25 degrees Celsius, they will be going outside. So you want to make sure that they are dressed accordingly. Okay guys, so now the next part of my morning is to take Malia today home. And of course, when it's really cold like this, there's a very high possibility that the roads are covered in ice as well. So you want to make sure that if you're driving, be extra careful, particularly at the intersections, four-way stop signs, where there are stoplights. On any road that you're turning onto a new road tends to be a little bit more icy than other parts. So oftentimes it catches a lot of person off guard, but if you're mentally prepared for it and you drive to the conditions, then you would be okay, right? So at the intersections is when it's usually worse. I'm gonna be taking you guys on a little bit of this drive and see if I'm able to encounter any ice spots. If you guys are new here, please take a second to hit that subscribe button, join our family, join our community, and support us by liking the video. If you like this kind of content, take your time, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button to show us that you appreciate it. All right, see you guys on the road.
Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes. Driving through days and nights, won't stop for traffic lights. And I really wanna know, if I will ever figure out where the road goes. Even if I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my highs. You can say I lost my mind, I will keep on holding my head high. Even if the sky is falling down. Jumping from cliffs so high, trusting our wings to fly. Sometimes we're crashing down, but we get up and start from the ground. And I really wanna know, if I will ever figure out where the road goes. Even if I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my highs. You can say I lost my mind, I will keep on holding my head high. Even if the sky is falling down, even if the sky is falling down, yeah. The sky is falling down. Even if the sky is falling down, even if the sky is falling down, yeah. The sky is falling down.
If you have made it this far in the video, I want you guys to just take one quick minute to hit that subscribe button. If you are getting any kind of value from this video, please take a second to hit that subscribe button, join our community, and take a second as well to hit that like button. When you do these things, it encourages us to do more of these kind of videos so we can educate you guys more about living in Canada. And of course, leave your comments. I'm gonna end the video by sharing 5 tips how you can keep your house warm throughout winter. So if you are an immigrant to Canada specifically, this is going to be more important to you because of course you're not necessarily used to the cold weather and you want to stay as warm as possible. So these are 5 ways you can keep your house, apartment, wherever you live, warm. Starting with tip number 1, look out for drafts. Now what is drafts? Now drafts are little spaces underneath your door or between your window that cold air comes into your house. So you want to make sure that you're inspecting your house, make sure that there's no cold air coming in from outside. So look between windows and doors, which is usually the most prevalent places. And if you find any of these spaces to be letting in cold air, what you can do is to just take a towel and lay it along the ground of the floor of the door to make sure that you block out that air from coming in. Or if it's a window, what you can use is paper tape, run it along the side that the air is coming in, and that paper tape will cause the air to not come inside and thus keeping your home warmer. The other thing you can do to keep your house warm is to move furniture away from your radiators and your vents. Now, of course, I showed you guys the furnace at the beginning of the video. However, you have different ventilation areas within your house that the warm air comes through. Some places it's in the ceiling and most places it's in the ground. So you want to make sure that you're moving your furniture away from those vents to make sure that you're not creating a blockage and the warm air can adequately circulate within your house. So move furniture away from the walls as well, and move furniture from directly above those ventilated areas, and then that will definitely be helpful if you're looking to stay warm in the winter time. The other tip I'd like to share with you guys is to keep the doors closed. So keep the room door closed, keep the bathroom door closed, whatever door you have in your house, keep the doors closed so that different section of the house would be warm. So you're creating different air pockets around your house. So if you look at it this way, if you leave your room door open, the heat is being spread right around your house. However, if you keep the room door closed, the heat is just being penetrated within that specific room, and you do that for different parts of your house. So you keep your room doors closed, you keep the bathroom doors closed, and different areas you keep the doors closed so you can create different heat pockets around your house. And now, the other tip I'd like to share with you guys is to keep curtains closed. Now, sunlight is very important in the winter time as well as any season of the year. You want that sunlight to come as much as possible. But as soon as the sun goes down, you want to close those curtains so that you are keeping the heat within the house. Because if you open curtains and you have windows, some heat will also go outside. You don't want that. You want to keep everything inside, so you're going to close all your windows. Again, what you're doing is creating different air pockets around your house. And then these tips also will allow you to use less heat. So as it relates to your furnace, you can then turn your heat down to probably 19, and then that would allow you to save a lot on your utility bill as well as it relates to power and gas. So keep your curtains closed. And finally, tip number 5, use rugs and carpets. If it is that you have ceramic flooring, it can get pretty cold throughout the winter time. So you want to keep yourself as warm as possible by making sure that you're getting some rugs and carpets at different points of your house so that you can keep your feet warm, as well as make sure that you're dressing warm even inside. Now, I'm dressed like this not because I like to dress like this, but because even though you're inside, you want to keep as warm as possible, so you want to definitely dress for inside as well. So you get your rugs to keep your legs warm, you wear your pajamas, your sweater, whatever it is, you wear that indoor as well to keep yourself as warm as possible. And these are some tips you can do to keep yourself warm throughout the winter months when you are at home. If you guys find any form of value from this video, please take a second to hit that subscribe button, smash a like on this video, and let me know what was your first winter like in Canada, and how do you suggest persons can navigate winter. Share tips that I haven't shared in this video as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, see you guys in the next video.